reading? Remember what it's called? Max Lucado's Just the Way You Are.
Just the Way You Are.
Yeah. We started reading this book, and I said, we need to read this on video, huh? Right? Okay.
And I was crying.
Yeah. A long time ago, in a land much like your own, there was a village. And in the village lived 5 orphans. A lonely family of fatherless children. They had banded together against the cold. So there's 5 children, and they didn't have a mommy or daddy. Right? They were called orphans.
But
Oh, you can't tell him yet? One day, the king learned of their misfortune and decided to adopt them. Remember, he's going to take them as his kids. He announced that he would be their father and would come for them soon. When the children learned that they had a new father, and their father was the king, and that the king was coming to visit, they were wild with excitement. Can you give me an excited look? What's an excited look? That's a good one. Okay, so when the people of the village learned that the children had a father, and that their father was the king, and that the king was coming to village, they were excited as well. They went out to see the children and told them what to do. You need to impress the king, they explained. Only those with great gifts will be allowed to live in the castle.
The king isn't there yet.
No, he's not there yet, right? The people didn't know the king. They just thought that all kings wanted to be impressed.
But some people don't know God.
That's true.
But they're still good.
Yeah. The people didn't know the king.
Praise the Lord.
Yeah. They just thought that all kings wanted to be impressed. So the children began preparing gifts to offer the king. They worked long and hard to be sure the king would approve. Right?
Yep.
One of the children who knew how to carve decided to give the king a wonderful work of wood. He set his knife against the soft bark of the elm and whittled. The small blocks of wood came alive with eyes of a sparrow or the nose of a horse. His sister decided to present the king with a painting that captured the beauty of the heavens and painting worthy to hang in his castle. Put your hands down, please.
I'm being a tiger.
Okay. Another sister chose music as her way to impress the king. What did she choose to impress the king with? Music?
Yeah.
For long hours, she practiced with her voice and with a mandolin.
She practiced with her voice.
Yeah. Village people would stop at the window and listen to her music. Yet another child.
Bad nut.
I don't know what you're saying.
Bad seed.
Oh, the bad seed. Yeah, that was another book, huh?
Seed.
Let's keep reading the book, okay? Yet another child set out to turn the king's head with his wisdom. So he wanted to show the king how smart he was.
Please.
Late hours would find his candle lit and his books open. Geography, math, and chemistry. The breadth of his study was matched only by the depth of his desire.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Surely a king would appreciate all his knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Would you be impressed if you were a king?
Yeah.
You think so? Okay, let's keep watching.
But I might be mad.
Why don't you follow along with me? Okay. But there was one sister.
But it said, you said follow along.
Right, follow along means put your eyes on it, okay? Who had nothing to offer. Her hand was clumsy, sure, with the knife. Her fingers stiff with the brush. When the little girl opened her mouth to sing, the sound was hoarse. She wasn't much of a reader. She believed she had no talent. And she believed she had no gift. All she had to offer was her heart, for her heart was good. She spent her time at the city gates, watching the people come and go. She would earn pennies to buy food for her brothers and sisters.
G-A-V-I-D.
Okay, shh. by grooming people's horses or feeding their animals. She was a simple stable girl. Careful. But she had a good heart. Okay, so one of the sisters had a good heart, but she didn't have any talent, right?
Yeah.
So she knew the beggars by name. She took time to pet each dog. She welcomed home
The God wasn't there.
the travelers and greeted the strangers. How was your journey? She would ask. Tell me what you learned on your visit. How was your husband? Do you enjoy your work? She was full of questions for people because her heart was big and she cared about people. They were all the same to her, the beggars and the rich.
Yes.
She cared for all of them just the way they were. But since the little girl thought she had no talent...
Just the way you are,
Yeah,
but
I think that's a song too.
just the way you are. Just the
We'll
way
listen to
you
it after, okay? Not right now. Okay, so I don't know, but the camera went out. Let's try this again. So, because she thought she had no talent, she went and she tried to ask all of her siblings, right? She asked all of her siblings if they could help her
It didn't
with
work.
things.
So,
Right. Okay, so she asked her sister if she could help her paint. What'd she say? Nope.
she said no.
I'm too busy. I'm too busy creating my thing for the king. Then she asked the woman who was singing, or her sister who was singing, and she said she couldn't even hear her. She was getting all this applause from all of the people around her.
Voice.
Well, no, she had a good voice. That one did. Okay, so she says, here we go. I have nothing to offer the king, she said. Could you teach me to read so I might show him my wisdom? She asked her brother this, right? The young sage-to-be didn't speak. He was lost in thought.
Like the big brother.
Yeah. The child with no gift spoke again. Could you help me? I have no talent. Go away, said the scholar, scarcely moving his eyes from the text. Can't you see I'm preparing myself for the coming king? And so the girl went away sadly. She had nothing to give. She returned to her place at the city gates and took up her task of caring for people's animals. Betty, put your feet down. Thank you. Okay. Here's a cool part. After some days, a man in a merchant's clothes came to the small town. Can you feed my donkey? He asked the girl. The orphan jumped to her feet and looked into the brown face of the one who had traveled far. His skin was leathery from the sun, and his eyes were deep. His kind smile warmed the girl's heart. That I can, she answered eagerly, leading the animal to the trough.
Wait, can I see the singing part again?
Well, we're not at that part, bud. Where's the singer?
She doesn't look very good.
Okay. Trust him to me. When you return, he will be groomed and fed. Tell me, she said. Listen. As the donkey drank. Yes. Have you come to stay? For only a while. I'm looking for someone. Are you weary from your journey, buddy? That I am. Would you like to sit and rest? The girl motioned to a bench near the wall. The man sat on the bench, leaned against the wall, closed his eyes, and slept. After a few minutes, he awoke and found the girl sitting at his feet, watching his face. She was embarrassed that he had caught her staring. She turned away. Have you been sitting there long? Yes. What do you seek? Nothing. You seem to be a kind man with a peaceful heart. It's good to be near you. The man smiled and stroked his beard. You are a wise girl, he said. When I return, we will visit some more. The man did return quite soon. Did you find the ones you were seeking? The girl asked. I found them. Okay. Did you find the ones you were seeking? The girl asked. I found them, but they were too busy for me. What do you mean? The first one I came to see was a woodsmith rushing to complete a project. He told me to return tomorrow. Another was an artist. I saw her sitting on a hillside, but the people below said she did not want to be disturbed. The other was a musician. I saw the others and listened to her music. When I asked to talk with her, she said she had no time. The other I saw had left. He moved to the city to go to school. The girl's eyes widened as she realized who the man was. But you don't look like a king, she gasped.
She is the king.
You think so? Let's keep listening. I try not to, he explained. Being a king can be lonely. People act strangely around me. They ask for favors. They try to impress me. They make me all their complaints. Oh, they bring me all their complaints. But isn't that what a king is for? Asked the little girl. Certainly, responded the king. But there are times when I just want to be with my people. There are times when I want to talk to my people, to hear about their day, to laugh a bit, to cry some. There are times when I just want to be their father. Here, this is the part we didn't get to yet. Is that why you adopted the children? Why are you frowning at the camera? It stopped again. That's why. Adults think they have to impress me. Children don't. They just want to talk to me. They know that I love them just the way they are. They just want to talk to me. They know that I love them. Oh, just the way they are. But my brothers and sisters were too busy? They were. But I'll come back. Maybe they'll have more time another day. The girl hesitated. Sir, what about me? Listen to this part, Betty. I have no gift, but I would like to be your child. The king smiled. My dear, you gave the best gift of all. You gave your heart, your kindness, your time, your love. Of course you'll be my child. I love you just the way you are. And so it happened that the children with many talents but no time missed the visit of the king, while the girl, whose only gift was the gift of her heart, became the child of the king. That was cool. Is that a good story?